Hey, let me inside of there right now. I came all the way to this funeral out of kindness for you all, and yet you're kicking me out? You guys are all terrible. It's almost like I'm being treated like a stranger, even though this is the funeral of my sister-in-law's mother. And to be honest, she wasn't even that close to me, but I still came here out of the goodness of my heart, and yet you've now gone and trampled all over my feelings. Rosie, I appreciate that you came all the way out to my mom's funeral, but what is up with your outfit? You showed up here in a bright red party dress, so of course you're going to be kicked out of something as serious as this funeral. What? This red dress I have on is so cute, though. I cannot believe you guys would kick me out for only wearing something like this. I even bought it specifically for a day like today so that I could lighten the mood a little for everyone, along with my new song. I went out of my way to buy this dress for all of you to be happy. Huh? And when it comes to my makeup, that's on point as well today. I could see that. And right as I was starting to take all of those cute selfies in the back of the room, you had me kicked out. That was really cruel of you, and I demand that you let me back in right now. If not, I'm going to tell everyone just how mean of a woman you really are. I don't think it's me being the mean one here. Coming in that bright red dress just to take some cute selfies at my mom's funeral is very inappropriate. And when you came through the doors, the first words you had to say to me were, "Congratulations on my mom's death." Well, I was just being honest. I'm kind of happy that the nagging old lady is finally gone and out of our hair, you know? And I was assuming that you were happy about that too, Mariah. What? You know, I still remember all of those things that happened at my brother's and your wedding. I was really looking forward to it and everything, but then your mother started to yell at me about everything, even though it was our first time meeting. I will never forget about how mean she really was back then. I get that my mom was being a bit mean to you yelling like that the first time you both met there, but you came to the funeral dressed just as inappropriately as you're dressed today. You wore an all-white wedding dress to our wedding and weren't even the bride. And what are you saying was wrong with that? It was a very cute dress that I found and I thought looked great on me. I wanted to bring a bit more liveliness to your guys' wedding, and that's why I bought it and wore it then. But then the moment I showed up, the first thing your mother started to do was yell at me for wearing a cute white dress. She even told me that I was stupid for thinking something like that would be a good idea. So from that moment on, I have really held a massive grudge against your jerk of a mother. Then why did you come out to her funeral today? Did you only come today wearing that red dress as some sort of a spiteful gesture towards her? What? Someone as kind as me would never do such a petty thing at someone's funeral. I just happened to be very thoughtful is all, and even though I hated the old hag, I still wanted to be here to pay my respects to her. So please, don't take this the wrong way. Then how come you didn't come here wearing a black dress like all of the other mourners? Really? A black dress would make me look all depressing in my selfies, whereas a red dress makes me seem all cute and girly at an event such as this. Huh? Now as for those selfies I took before getting kicked out of there, I need to find the best ones and post them online right away. Rosie, I'm sorry, but could you please just go home now? Fine, I can go. But just make sure that I get my share of that inheritance later on, okay? I went through all of this trouble coming to the funeral of somebody I have never even liked today, so it's only fair that I get a cut of it, right? I see. So my mom's money was your intention from the start? I really hated your mother for being such a stuck-up bitch all the time, but I knew that those types of women always save up a lot of money. So I'm going to assume she still has a lot left over that she couldn't spend before kicking the can? I really look forward to getting my hands on some of it soon. Rosie, how shameless can you really be? First you come here not honoring the dress code that was put in place for the funeral, and now you're going on about my mom's inheritance like that? I'm sorry, but that kind of dress code that you're talking about doesn't exist anymore in this day and age. Who actually wants to have everyone wearing all black to their funeral anyway? Lame! Rosie! I'm going to be leaving now, so enjoy the rest of the funeral. And once again, congrats on your mother passing away. Don't forget about giving me a part of that inheritance, okay? Remember that I need a cut. Goodbye now. Just go already. And consider this your last time ever being around me, because I am through with you. What you did today was super wrong, and you have made everyone here at this funeral shocked by your childish behavior. And I will not forgive you for that.
Mariah, you don't have to force yourself to go to Rosie's wedding, all right? She won't care if you don't show up for it, so stop getting so worked up, please.
Wait, what's all of this about? I was thinking that since it's going to be her wedding and you want to celebrate it, it would be fun to go there together.
I really am glad you think of her wedding that way. But what happened 3 years ago? You've still not forgiven her, right? Even I haven't forgiven her yet for being such an idiot about everything back then. And honestly, I don't really want to go to her wedding.
Thank you so much for thinking about how I feel right now. But that and this are two different things. I want for the both of us to be there for her wedding.
Are you really okay with doing that? Ever since your mother's funeral, you haven't seen my sister. And if you were to stay home from her wedding, everyone would understand why.
I guess that's right. And that's kind of why I was thinking of going to her wedding dressed in funeral clothing. Since there are people who will understand how I feel, there shouldn't be a problem with me doing that, right? Actually, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Wait! That's a really freaking good idea! As long as you're not joking about that, I think I might go there in funeral clothing too!
Wait a second, Oscar, what are you talking about? I was just joking then. Would you really want to do something that stupid at your sister's wedding?
3 years ago, that funeral for your mother really was a tough time for me. Your mother was always so kind to me and such a perfect human being, and when my little sister came to that funeral to ruin it, I knew right then and there that I'd never be able to forgive her for doing such a heinous thing. I understand that this may sound stupid of me, but I can't let my sister get away with thinking what she'd done was okay.
Oscar?
So whether that was really meant to be a joke or you were being serious, I will do as you do. If you're really wanting to go, then I'll go too. If you want to skip it, then I'm totally okay with skipping it too. And if you're saying that you want to go there in funeral clothing, then I'll do the same thing with you and show her we're not messing around.
Thank you so much, Oscar. Having someone like you supporting whatever choice I make really makes me feel a lot better inside. How about we put a little bit more thought into what to do about your sister's wedding then, all right? I'm going to be frank here. I actually really want to go see that wedding.
I will always be right behind you no matter what. I've always thought of you as the most important person in my life, and that goes for your feelings as well.
I am so freaking happy right now, hearing that both you and my older brother will be coming out to my wedding. You guys really want to celebrate me. That's right, because something like a wedding really is worth celebrating. 3 years ago, we had a lot happening between us, but that was a while ago. And that's why I'm okay with coming out to see you get married. Thank you so much, Mariah. I always knew that someone like my brother would have to come, and that alone would have made me really happy. But knowing you'll be coming now has got me rocking in excitement. Now, I'm hoping for an even better present from the both of you. This wedding is going to cost me a lot of money to hold, but with you both offering up some good cash as presents for me, I'll be all right. What? Well, if you're coming out to my wedding, that means the both of you will be bringing me some money as a gift, right? Especially since I didn't get any of that inheritance from your mother 3 years ago. So that means this time you guys will have to give me a lot more than usual, right? You think $10,000 would be enough for me? Expecting us to give you that kind of money isn't a good thing. I already talked with Oscar about it, and he said we'd be giving you just a regular amount of money as your present. Huh? No way that's what you guys are thinking. At the very least, you both bring me $10,000. You still have all that money from your dead mother, so you should be able to afford this. What? Back then I was told some bullcrap about how I had no right to any of your mother's money. And that left me not getting one single dollar from her and you guys in the end. But when it comes to my wedding, I have the right to get however much money I ask for since I'm the bride. which is why I'm asking for my cut of that inheritance as part of my wedding gift for you two. It's not like either of you have used that money on anything and are just going to save it all your life, right? 3 years have gone by and still no apology for what you did then, and just more talk about how you want my mom's money. And so, like we've all agreed on, make sure that you and my brother make it to my wedding with that money in hand that I've asked for. I will be expecting a lot of money from you both. Sure thing. We'll make sure to present you with a gift you'll never be able to forget. Awesome! If you both are going to be bringing me that kind of money, I'm going to make sure I have the best wedding dress on for the special day. I should have more than enough money after you both come to pay the difference. I'll make sure to do what I can to ensure that you have yourself the best wedding ever. Now please continue to get all excited looking forward to your wedding for me. What the hell is going on here? This is a once-in-a-lifetime event for someone like me, yet you all came wearing damn funeral clothing? Don't be so mean, Rosie. We both came here in only our cutest fashion to celebrate you, and you've gone and kicked us both out? Huh? Are you and my brother frickin' idiots? You both have to be screwed in the head for coming to my wedding dressed all in black. Why did you guys not respect the dress code I made for my wedding today? What? Something like a dress code is a thing of the past, you know. Nobody ever has one of those in this day and age, right? You were the one that said that about the dress code at my mom's funeral, so we thought it would be okay to do the same thing here. What? Yet you're going to kick us out of your wedding now? That's really backwards of you. All Oscar and I did was the same thing you did to us back then. You're frickin' joking, right? So you came here dressed like that to get your revenge? Or don't say something so scary like us getting revenge or anything. I just came here like this to make sure things were equal between you and I. To make things equal? You wanted to come to a funeral in a bright red party dress. So I thought it would be fitting to come to your wedding in black funeral clothing. That way things would be equal between you and I, right? I am not screwing around right now. That right there is you trying to get revenge for what happened 3 years ago. You came here to get payback for what happened back then. How dare you do something so sly during my celebration of all things? Both you and my brother are the frickin' worst. Don't get so upset, please. We came here to celebrate you after all. Huh? How the hell does you both wearing all black to my wedding equal you guys wanting to celebrate me? Look at it this way. A lot of people say that weddings are like the death of your single life, right? And, well, considering the poor soul that is having to marry a freak like you today, we thought we'd be killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That's why both Oscar and I really came here today in funeral clothing. We wanted to mourn that poor groom of yours and the end of your life as a single woman. Congrats on the marriage, though. I'm sure it will be tough for you guys, but please do your best. We both wanted you to understand that's how we feel about you today, hence this choice of clothing. You seriously need to cut that crap out right now. I am asking you both to please go home right now. Because of you both, you've gone and taken what was supposed to be my perfect wedding and created a strange atmosphere. But we came all the way out here to celebrate you out of the kindness of our hearts. And it's been 3 years since we last met, so you kicking us out now is really saddening. But if the bride of this wedding is really asking us to leave today, I guess we have no choice but to leave. We've already made sure to give the groom what we needed to. So there's nothing else we really need to do here. Which means we'll be leaving now. Hold it right there! What the hell did you give to my fiancé? What the actual hell were you handing to him dressed like that? Oh, we made sure to hand him prints of all those things you posted about back in the day. Do you remember all of those selfies you posted 3 years ago while you were at my mom's funeral? I made sure to screenshot all of those and save them for a time like this. What did you say? So if you went and deleted all those posts before you met your fiancé, that was a waste. Because we made sure to show your groom all of those pictures you posted, as well as all of those comments you made about getting a piece of my mom's inheritance. You're lying, right? What the hell do you think you're doing right now? Was there any reason to be telling him all about that stuff? Wait. There were plenty of reasons to. He and I are going to become family here soon, and I thought it would be very important for him to understand the kind of relationship his soon-to-be wife and I have with one another. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to make up an excuse for all of this to him? Oscar and I are leaving now. It sucks that the both of us can't watch the rest of your wonderful and perfect wedding, but I hope that both you and your man can enjoy the rest of your once-in-a-lifetime wedding today. Why would you do all of this to me? It's all your fault that my wedding had to end up getting canceled! What? Does that really mean things didn't go as planned? Because I never went there with the intention of having your wedding get canceled. I am not taking any more of that BS from you. This is because of you and my brother both coming to my wedding in that funeral clothing. And because you guys went and told my man about what happened at that funeral, that my damn wedding had to be canceled. And if things couldn't have gotten any worse, I was hit by the both of my parents. Really? Your two really kind parents would do that? They told me that because I never ever apologized for all the crap I did 3 years ago, I have gone and embarrassed the whole family. And that made those two frickin' furious with me. I guess that was the effect of showing them all those screenshots I'd taken. Thank goodness I made an effort to save everything you did in the past and print them all out for an event like your wedding day. Now that things have gone to hell, I'm going to make you pay for it all. You take full responsibility for ruining my life. I was so close to being able to marry the man of my dreams. I had been in love with him all throughout my school days. I was finally able to date him for a few years and then have the chance of having a wedding with him and everything. But then it all came down around me in this horrendous fashion that you planned. I never thought I'd see this. I was told by him that he doesn't want to marry such a frickin' jerk like me anymore. And he said from here on, he's going to be working on calling things off with me and the rest of my family. Wow. So not only was your wedding canceled, but you're going to have to lose your fiancé as well. This is all your fault. You're dirty for bringing something that happened years ago back up to take me down. I am not going to let you get away with any of what you did to me. I will make sure you take responsibility for all the hell you've put me through and all the hell that will come later on in my life. Understood. Then before we get to you making me take any responsibility for all of that, let's work on you and the responsibility you still have. Sound good? Huh? The responsibility I still have? I would really like to have another chance at giving my mom the funeral she deserves. I want to forget about all the hell that you caused for Oscar and I back then. So in order to do that, we need to have another funeral for her. So before we get to whatever you're planning on doing with me, let's have you take responsibility for everything you ruined in my life back then. If you can do that for me, then I'll be more than happy to take responsibility for your wedding being canceled. Responsibility? How am I supposed to take that for a funeral that happened 3 years ago? I can't get you to forget about all those bad memories. And how are we supposed to have another funeral for her when she's already 6 feet under? Then I guess there's no way for me to take responsibility for what happened to your wedding today. What? I don't understand why you think you can force others to do what you obviously can't. You're kidding me. Then what the hell am I supposed to do about my wedding? The wedding was canceled on me and I'm being thrown out by my fiancé. And you're now saying you're not going to take the blame for all of this? If you want me to break this all down for you with one simple word, let's call this you getting what you damn well deserved. That's all from me now. Hope you can set things right with your fiancé. What am I going to do? I wasn't able to make things right with him. He's going to leave me and never come back. I'm being abandoned by my high school crush. And that really sucks, doesn't it? Try your best to find someone new. Shut your damn mouth. This all happened because of you and your stinking BS that you pulled at my wedding. Now I'm going to screw you and your life up. I'm going to make you regret ever thinking that you could come out and screw with my wedding like that. I already had to go through the same exact experience when you came and ruined my mom's funeral for me, though. Yet you're going to come and do me in even more? Shut up! Until I've done something even worse to you for all of this, I cannot rest. I'm going to go back online and post about how you went and ruined my wedding and marriage the way you did. I'll ask all of my friends to gather with me so that we can take you the hell down. And when that happens, you can kiss your online life goodbye. I'll make sure they all know where you work, where you live, and who all your family is so that your life will be over. The fact that you think you can take me down using the same tool that ruined your own life is pretty crazy. Huh? What the hell? Are you trying to piss me off even more? Not at all. And if you really want to start posting things like that online again, I'm not going to stop you from doing so. But I don't think that's the smartest idea if you're asking me. It looked as though all of your friends and followers were happy to see what I did at your wedding, so no matter what you have to say about it, they won't listen. What? They were all happy about what you did at my wedding? What does that mean? At your wedding the other day, you kicked Oscar and I out of it, right? When we were about to head home, some of your friends came out and called for us to wait. They all told us how pleased they were with what we did to get back at you, and then thanked us for it. Huh? What did you say? That's when they told us they'd be going home with us. We all joked about you all the way home, and some of your friends even told us they'd post about what happened online later. So, do you really think that they're going to have your back when you go online bitching and hollering? I don't think so. Now that you mention it, before it was announced that the wedding was canceled, all of my friends were gone. That means, I just started to get a bunch of messages from all of my friends telling me to F off, and they aren't my friend anymore. Really? I just started to look at everything they were saying to me about the wedding right now. I didn't have time after the wedding to check on any of their texts because I was too busy talking to my fiancé. I just had to look at all of their texts, and they all have told me that we're no longer friends. Literally everyone I invited is telling me they've cut ties to me. My, I wonder what got into all of them. They all sent me some really angry messages. Why? Some of them have told me that up until my wedding they were already on the edge about me, but that the wedding was the last straw. And a lot of them seem to have not forgotten about what happened when I came to your wedding in a wedding dress myself. And some of them are even saying they finally feel confident in calling me a total dumbass bitch, and that's why they're leaving me. So it seems that everyone can tell just how much of a total jackass you are. No wonder they were all happy when I came to your wedding in all black attire. Why is this happening to me? Not only has my wedding and chances of marriage been ruined, but now all of my IRL friends are leaving me too. Why do I have to live through all of this hell now? Because you've done so many horrendous and outright ridiculous things that have gotten you here. I don't feel bad for you at all for losing both your fiancé and all your friends. So don't expect me to listen to you cry about it anymore. Like I said, you deserved every single bit of this. No way. Sorry that things had to come to this, and considering that neither one of us can forgive each other, I guess this is the end of the line. Let's cut ties to one another as well now. I promise to never go around you ever again, as long as you can promise the same for me. Have a good one. If you want to gain anything from all that's happened to you, take it as a warning and start to fix your screwed up head. After that, Rosie was forced to pay for the whole entire wedding by her fiancé after he said it was all her fault that it had to be canceled. The only issue for her was that she had no real money, and all of her friends and family were sick and tired of her and wouldn't help. Even her own parents told her that they had enough of her crap and told her to figure things out on her own like a real adult. In the end, she had to go and borrow all the money she needed to pay things off, and is now working close to 80 hours a week trying to pay all that debt off. As for myself and Oscar, after having seen us both come to the wedding in all black funeral clothing, everyone came and said sorry for what happened at my mom's funeral years ago. I felt so thankful that they all worked up the courage to apologize for that, allowing both Oscar and I to forgive everyone. And even Rosie's ex came to thank us for helping him learn about the true hideous Rosie before it was too late. After all that's happened, I finally feel a lot better about everything that's happened at my poor mom's funeral, and can now visit her grave without feeling ashamed.